Hi everybody, welcome to today's video.
So all this energy efficiency, but it comes at a cost. So looking at this from an engineering standpoint, there's a couple of rules of thumb that come into play here. And generally speaking, the first of those say that as you make something more efficient, you tend to make it larger, at least when it comes to appliances and equipment like that. The reason for that is you have to add more insulation to it. You have to add more surface area to it. That's true of air conditioning condensers. That's true of more modern, efficient water heaters. All of that equipment to get the efficiency out of it has gotten larger. As you make it more efficient, you are also going to make it more complicated, because the other rule of thumb here is that it's generally relatively simple to get something like a furnace or an air conditioning condenser to about 80% efficiency just by better design and use of different materials. So that first 80% isn't too tough to get to. That last 15 to 19% efficiency is much harder to attain. And generally, you have to do that by installing fancier controls, more complicated equipment, more expensive components. So that second rule of thumb is that last 15 to 19% is much harder to attain than the first 80%. So that makes, in this case, an efficient air conditioning condenser much more complicated. When you make something more complicated, you make it more prone to failure. And the big result here is that you end up making it more expensive to get that higher efficiency out of it. So it's bigger, it's more complicated, it's more prone to failure, and it's more expensive.